Alright fam, so today we are going to be using the grill to make hamburgers. Good temp for this is you're going to want to get it up to around 350 is what I normally do it. My burgers that I've been pretty adamant about making sure I get lately has been like any type of burger with cheese already in the patty. Especially these market sides, we've been destroying these puppies. All right, grill's still getting up to speed. I'll be back. All right, so today we're gonna be making some burgers. What you're gonna want is spatula and seasoning salt. That salt's also really good on unseasoned fries. Highly recommend. Alright, so the fire is at, what are we sitting at? About 357, so it'll kind of fluctuate around the temperature I set, which was 350. So don't mind that. If it starts to go up like 20 degrees or something like that and it keeps climbing, you are about to get an error 3. So do not leave the grill. You're probably going to get a fire. One of the things I've noticed that tends to lead to an error 3 are foods high and flammable fluids. So like sausage, when those things start to leak, they crack open and start leaking fluids down into the grill itself. Those can catch, and then now you'll have an active flame. Another thing is corn in the husk. When those are cooking, those will 100% like start to leak oils that will catch and lead you to an error 3. And so doesn't necessarily need to be bad. That just means if you're making something like that, you definitely don't want to leave the grill, because you can actually use those flames to get a better char grill on it. So like flamed up sausage or corn, fire. But if you are upstairs in the kitchen, bad fire. So let me go ahead and throw these on the grill. All you're gonna do is throw them on the grill, throw some seasoning salt on the side that's up, and then give it about, I usually start off with about 8 minutes per side, and then from that point you're just going by how it looks. You can stick in a meat thermometer gauge if you would like, but I don't really do that. So I start off 8 minutes per side, then after that I'll do about 4 minutes per side until it looks good, and then all I'll do is I'll take the spatula, cut a little hole to the center of one of the patties, and make sure that it's cooked. Be mindful of overcooking. I like mine to be not exactly pink, but I don't want it like fully gray either, so somewhere kind of in the center, to where it's cooked, but it's still a little soft, so the kids will still eat it without needing to hold them at gunpoint. But we'll show you that in a second. Let me go ahead and throw these on. So when you open this up, you can hear it sound like something's already cooking. Alright, so those are 6 patties, and then you just close it. I got some ribs left over from yesterday, so we're gonna get more of a sear on these puppies and heat them back up. The ribs were just reheating, so those will come off a lot faster than your burgers. Make sure you're keeping an eye on the temperature gauge. Whenever you open this for a prolonged periods of time, your temperature is going to start to drop. So right now we're reading about 341. But once you close it, it'll get back up to speed. The fans will kick in a little bit harder to bring it back up to temp. And I mean, we're already just in that little bit of time. It's already back up to 348 and 350 as of right now. So it comes back up pretty quickly, as long as it's not open for prolonged periods of time. So pause there. Just realized I committed a cardinal sin. We didn't put any seasoning on these puppies. To be honest though, the first flip doesn't really matter as much unless the patties are not frozen. These are frozen, so the seasoning isn't really going to get into anything until it starts to cook. But why not, right? There is also a little metal, if I can just show it to you. Little metal block. It's got a very simple hinge. All you do, it's pretty hot already, so I'm not going to open it. All you do is pop it open. You can put in some wood chips here as well. Fire it back in there, and right now I've got mesquite chips in this puppy. So to give your meat a little mesquite kick. Pellets. You can get these at Big Lots. Walmart has them too. Check Walmart. That's where I get my what's it called, charcoal and the square bricks. The Masterbuilt fire starters, I'll just try and order a bunch of those before I go. I get those online and then they just ship here, because I'm not aware of anyone that sells them. Maybe Lowe's, but I mean, they can come straight to your door. Another thing, because I don't think that this will actually require a video, but greasing the grill up to clean it off. Best bet is after you are done cooking, if it is above 300 degrees or right around 300, let it sit there and remain at like 300, 350 or something like that for anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. After that, you can take this, and I'll try and do this on each of the cooking videos, or at least another time or two, but you'll take this while it's hot, scrub down in there to get the excess residue off. We're not trying to get this as clean as the house dishes, but you do want to get like burnt on meats and cheeses and things like that off. There's also a little brick. This forms to the grill itself, and so as you're scraping along, this will take some of that hard caked on debris off. But yeah, you're just gonna really scrape at that, and then once that happens, you can from that point apply grease to season it, and you should be good to go, because we've already done the initial full seasoning step. If for whatever reason you're having trouble getting some of the debris off, what you can do at that point is set it to about 400 degrees and let it sit there for like 30 minutes, and then at that point, now try and scrape. I would not recommend the little wood block, because now it's going to be very hot, unless you've got some oven mitts or something, but it's really not that serious. Honestly, I barely clean this thing. It's just like good seasoning, and you just don't want to destroy the grill or anything like that, but it's not going to harm anything. If it's not pre-cleaned, then before you cook or anything like that, if you're putting something directly on the grill, then just go ahead and give it a scrape and get most of that residue off to make sure that there's nothing on there that can make you sick in case something got up under there, which I have not experienced that, but just being rather be safe than sorry. So go ahead and scrape that off, then go ahead and put your meat down on there. You can tell when it's looking good when you can see the little stylized M logo on the grill plates. Then you're clean enough. That really would have been a cardinal sin. This is when you absolutely do need to start using that seasoning salt. The meat's already primed with juices flowing. So you can go ahead and put that seasoning salt on. It'll take a lot better to that meat at this point. And there you have it. For the most part, I kind of jumped ahead and talked about the cleaning portion, but that's all I would have wrapped up with. Once you're done, pull these off. But like I say, once you're checking the meats, at least for burgers, I'll talk through the other ones in a different cooking video. You're just going to take the spatula, cut one basically in half, give it a little chop, look at the insides, you know what a done burger looks like. And for the love of all that is holy, please do not overcook it. Outside of that, I believe in you.